Hi everyone, this is Paul, and this is a continuation of data storytelling in Power BI. So we've been able to create the reports, and we want to focus on the last page, which is the dashboard. So here is some of what we did. We created a 2-page report with an introductory page. And with this, we can view the reports. So let's try the dashboard itself and see what we can come up with. So like I said earlier, have a layout. So consider things like the page size, consider things like, okay, you're still retaining your colors, right? Your color scheme. And for my page size, it depends on the audience. It depends on the devices they'll be viewing this thing on. So for me, I think this report generally is for the public, right? And a lot of my audience are going to be viewing it from their mobile phones. So I wanted a size, a page size that makes it easier for them to read on their mobile, right? So instead of the page size we have here, I went with something vertical. So you can adjust your page sizes. Just click on the background here, then go to canvas settings. So you can choose the type of page, whether it's 16 by 9, 4 by 3, or a custom page, and then add your height and your width. So this is the custom page size I want. I already have my layouts. Remember I said when designing, before actually coming up with your dashboard or your report, you must have a layout in mind. So you must have, penned it out, or you must have made a rough sketch using your notebook or maybe an online notepad or something. So for me, I already have what I want. I already have what I want, which I sketched earlier. I want my metrics to be here. I want the time graph to be here. I want to show other visuals here. So basically what I just have to do just to start adding shapes. So this is the rectangle shape, and you can do that here. To expand this. So you can do that by inserting shape here and insert a rectangle. Then you can fill it with the color you want, how you want it to be. If you want to add shadow, you can add a lot of customization to this. So for the purpose of time, I already have this, I have this. I want to leave this white, then maybe come to that background. But let me just add my visuals and see how I customize as we go further in the class. So here I want to have my cards. Let's say, sorry, where are we? Okay. So my cards. So I have about 3 metrics. I want to show the number of tweets we have for the hashtag. I want to show the number of users that are tweeting about that hashtag. And I also want to add the number of days we consider, right? It's good for the audience to have an understanding. So I bring this here. Okay. Then I insert the number of tweets. So here, the counts. Then I tweets. I would want to remove the background. Put it off. Okay, let's proceed with this first. Copy it. So you can, instead of it coming again, you can just simply do your copy and paste and replace whatever you want to, whatever metric you want to replace it with. Here, I want to choose the number of users. I bring my users here and do a distinct count. Users. And the last one will say the day period. So to get the actual number of days, so for my dates, I want to add this, the dates. Yes, so we have 23 days. So that was the data collected. Let me see. This is correct. So here I was wondering why we had 23 days, because in our visual, let me see. Let's add our time graph. We have, let's see. Suites. So we had suites from just June 3rd. We are missing 4th and 5th. So I guess there were no numbers there. It went down to 0. So that's why we're having a total of 23 days considered. So that's not strange, but let's continue. What else? What else? Yes, we have to rename this 23 days. 23 days, all right. Then for this, customize it. So to place the images on one another, you're going to make use of two things that are very important. Always remember your backgrounds, removing the background of the visual. Since you placed a shape that is filled with a dark color, always remember to make your visuals kind of transparent. So we put off this background, right? Then always remember to maybe bring the visual forward or backward. So for this, let's go to the axis and make them white, the values white, so we can see it. Can we do this? So for the y-axis, we are putting up the titles, remember, to create space. Then we make the values white. Good. So we are removing the title because we want to add our title. Then we are removing the grid lines. Yes, looks kind of better now. And let me try one more thing. Go to the values and put up concatenate labels here. Great. You're good to go. So we have this for the time graph. So next thing I want to show, because now the thing is, remember our dashboard is like the summary of our reports, right? And the truth is, it's not everything that is going to fit into the dashboard, but we are going to just put the most important things I think people should see, right? So I might also want to just copy and paste what we have here for the top active users. I can copy this, paste it here. Right. So which other thing again? Yeah, this particular thing we did here, and I just copied this also. So to copy, just highlight everything. Control C. Let's see how that works. Here, Control V. So that works. Then I want to add another shape. Let's see. I want to add a shape, a rectangle again at the bottom. Okay. Then I want to make this dark. Then I want to bring in my word cloud. There's the word cloud. Yeah, first click on this. Word cloud visual. Then put in the tweets and customize it. Again, just like we did the previous time, customize this, put off the rotates, put on the stop words, what's general, what's the minimal amount of words I want to see, minimum repetition, and let's say 30. Put on special characters. For the stop words, I want to some things, yes. I want to remove the hashtags themselves to give space for the other words. See, so you can manually just remove stop words from here. So then I want to move I want to put off the color, the background, put it off, and I want to make the text white. So this just depends on a whole lot of customization, right? And you're good to go. So I want to take off the title also. Take off the title. I want to put my own title myself. So which other thing do I feel is relevant? Let me go back to my report and check. I think we have day of the week. Yes, people want to see the day of the week in the dashboard. So we are just assuming that people are not going to see the complete report itself. Let's say they are just going to see a snapshot of the dashboard. So they can be able to understand, like to have a summary of what the analysis is about and the most important things they need to know, right? So you don't just, like we have tweet by devices. Remember, we did tweet by devices. And at the end of the day, think about it. Does it really need to make the dashboard tweet by device? Like, what is the essence? Is it needed for a general audience? So that's why I opted with day of the week instead. So let's remove the background. Let's remove the title. I want to have general titles for everything. Good. So we have stuff that, we have the dashboard already here. So let's just begin with adding some little things to make it better. Remember, always make sure your visuals and text are aligned properly. So I'm aligning this against this particular line that goes down all the way down. I want everything to be aligned properly like that. So for this, I want to, let me see. I want to make sure that the visuals are aligned to the shape. And this spread it into 3. One, two, three. Let's see. So you can use the alignment here. Align to distribute. Yeah, good. So my imports icons, the icons we used earlier. So let me insert them. Insert image, choose the calendar icon here. So present this and choose another icon for users. We have users downloaded already. Yep, users. Here. And the last one, I think we have the tweets. So we use something like a message icon. This looks fine. So I want to make sure that the images are properly scaled. So I want to align the images. Go to format, align, and align them to the middle. Yeah. Yeah. That's one way to do it. Then for this, I'm seeing a yellow outline. How do I remove this? Effects, visual border shadow. Border over here. Just add the shadow. Good. So what next? Yes, the headers, sorry, the labels for each visual. Yeah, I might want to align this too. I want to align this first. I grouped this, so let me ungroup them. All right, so I go to formats and group. So this, so I want to send this to the back. Send to the back. This. So let me see what size is this. 97 by 144. And just replicate. Let me see, will it work? 97. Let me see, 97 by 144. So then I'll shrink this text. Then I'll also shrink the visuals. So for this, I want to take off the title also to make out space. Title, put it off. I want to have my own title. So I just have to add the text. Is it insert text box, and I add my titles. And say, okay, since I already have one here, I can just duplicate it. I have this here, I can duplicate this. See all these. Most active users. Change the text to black. Okay, good. Yes. So for this, call it top. And you would want to be intentional about naming your visuals so that people just understand, the audience gets it at once without them having to struggle. Here we have word cloud. Called tweets by the So I need to make some adjustments here. I want to take off the y-axis and put on the data label as white. So I want to also send this visual to the back. Okay. What I'll do is I'll bring the text to the front. This text, bring it to the front. So taking from this front and back is very important so that you don't just have issues with customizing. So I want when I bring my mouse over, it does not go to the visual itself, it comes to the text, which is in front. So that's why I did that, right? So then the next thing, I'll just start adding little adjustments to my visual. So I want this to align from here. So that means I'll move this to align with this one on top, yes. And also make my visual come. Stretch this. They have the same. So this is rounded. I also want to make this round. Let me straighten it instead to make it uniform. Yes. Yes, so this is a semblance of how I want my dashboard to look like. So for you to export this, so you can also look for corrections, add minor corrections. Like for this, I want to name it as number of tweets. So over the tooltip, you will just see it correctly. It says number of tweets per day. So you can do a whole lot. but for the sake of simplicity, we would like to stop here. So my major takeaway or my major advice for people just starting out with designing dashboard, telling stories with Power BI is that almost everything is possible, right? You might have just been used to using the normal default 16 by 9 page size to design, but you can go ahead to create what you want. So you must explore all the options and you don't just stumble upon it. Like it does not just come to you. You have to just keep testing, keep trying. If you look at all these options, the page information, it allows you customize your dashboard and reports to exactly what you want. So it's very possible for you to treat this as a design tool. So just go beyond your normal thing you have here to customize what you want. Be intentional about your dashboards and your reports. Then for you to export this, you can publish, save your file and publish to the web. Or you can export it as PDF, as a PDF. So to export as PDF, just go to File, go to click on Exports, click on Export to PDF, and it will begin generating a PDF. Then also you can publish to the Power BI service. You can publish directly to Power BI service. Then you can also publish to the web. So I have the publish to the web option. Then you can also take screenshots of these particular pages to use them as pictures. Then on the web, once you publish to Power BI service, you can also export as a PowerPoint presentation also, right? So I think I have my, oh great. So let me share with you the PDF. So here's what the PDF looks like. So the next page, and this. So for different audiences, you know like what's best to give them. So if I were to share this on social media, I might just want to share only the dashboard. Maybe the report is just for the program organizers and students that also participated in the 30 days of learning session. I would want to share, let's say we are on the same organization, we have the same organization access in Power BI. All I have to do is just to publish this to Power BI service, and they'll be able to see it and interact with it. And I can also share this as a screenshot. So just use your normal, if you're using Windows, use Shift, Windows, and S. Then you can just take a screenshot of the dashboard, right? And it saves automatically. Then you can just paste it or save it on your PC. So those are different ways you can export your dashboards and your reports. So in case you have any questions, you need help with anything, you can always reach out to me via Twitter. My handle is Paul Nnakwe. Let me add it to a text box so you can actually see it. Text box. So here's my handle on Twitter, where I'm very active, Paul Nnakwe on Twitter, or search for my name, Paul Nnakwe. Yes. So you can do this to reach out to, you can contact me on those platforms and I would happily answer any question you have. So thanks guys for tuning into this session and I wish you the best.